my heart starts beating really fast. I start sweating quite a lot. I feel nervous. At the start, I wanted to leave like everybody else did, just run away.
Have I got enough money to feed the family, or am I doing a good job as a father, or am I being a good partner?
Being a parent, I think I worry about my kids. I worry about my kids constantly.
Yeah, after the earthquakes, when I didn't know where Mum was, I worried a lot.
These things particularly worry and stress, anxiety, if they're not processed and dealt with in the beginning, they can grow and become, unwieldy, unmanageable.
Well, sometimes it stops me from being happy and makes me sometimes procrastinate about stuff.
We didn't. We stuck it out, and I felt we'd been through the worst of it, and so it can't get any worse, so why do we need to go?
Because, of course, I'm not a parent that didn't go through an earthquake, but I think that it was a bit of a baptism of fire. I had to learn very quickly, before my kids were into that crazy sort of age, to moderate my behaviour and help them to moderate theirs.
If you're feeling immensely stressed and worried, it's only natural that they're going to pick up on it. It's a given.
It's given us new things to worry about, and part of me does feel like we were robbed a little bit of some precious time.
We talked a lot about how things do feel overwhelming and how sometimes we can't control a situation, which we probably would never have discussed until they were a lot older and were going through things in their own lives.
I stop and breathe.
It's easy peasy, so you have to close your eyes and then think all of the good things.
I'm a walker, and so I would just get my sneakers on and I'd just start walking the blocks, and away I'd go, and by the time I got back everything seemed so much better. And I still do that to this day. I'll just get out and go for a walk.
Well, I try doing something that calms me down. I normally draw, I read, and sometimes I go out and cuddle the guinea pigs.
What I'm worried about, and is it reasonable or is it just a silly thing to be worried about?
When I'm stressed out or worried or anxious about something, I ask my mum if she'll take me for a swim. She says yes.
I think art and any form of creative expression, writing, singing, anything that can focus your spirit into that moment of flow where you're not aware of other worries and other things that can bother you, they're really helpful. I think even places like artworks and art exhibitions, I think that can really lift people's spirits, particularly something like this for teenagers, something they can relate to and participate in. And
quite often those worries are just shared worries, the worries that everyday people have. Realise it's just a worry that we quite often share as a community. Then it becomes a bit more manageable for me. It's not such a big worry, I guess, when we all have it.
Managing my worry is making sure that I've eaten well and I've slept well, and if I've done those things, then I've got more time and energy to make sure that my children are slept well and eaten well.
An everyday practical thing families can do is encourage a kind of culture of talking about feelings. Then when things are a bit tough, they can talk, and we can all talk about those things too. You've got to kind of set the atmosphere right, to make it an okay thing to do.
This is my happy place and a place where I brought my kids a lot after the earthquakes, and we just come to the beach and just sit and just be and look at that beautiful mountain of ours, and a place where I feel really peaceful actually.